Boom, boom.
The crowds will
All
cry. Power bombs. Next collide. Suffering fuels the warrior's pride. Revolution X. Watching pain ignite. Judging chaos. Screaming through the fight. Blood on the mat. Chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more. Chairs swing, skulls collide, ropes burn as giants collide. Submission holds, arms snap, twisting fate in a brutal trap. Revolution X, judges of despair. Wrestling's torment, we rip and tear. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution
Sup,
X
Lara?
craves more.
The wrestling show starting a little early tonight, and I'm excited. We got stuff to talk about. I'm just gonna say it. CM Punk. CM Punk. You're not sharing. Buddha, check your shared chat button. It tells me you're not live. There it goes. There it goes. Do more work. We're good. Redo this.
Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more.
That's in.
What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Doobie Den. It is Friday night, so you know what that means. It's another edition of the Rev X Wrestling Review. I'm Buddha Fire. That's MJ Hat. We are Revolution X, and man, this week, I will say we got some more matches for SummerSlam.
We got a lot of matches for SummerSlam, and by that, I'm just going to sit here and tell you, I'm excited about it. I really think that this week wasn't that bad. I think it was very good. Guys, I want to thank y'all for coming in already. I see Lurkers. I see Dark Tree. Oh, hi, Jen. Moose. Rage. Just awesome. Mulera was on the stage a moment ago. I think Mulera's still there. It just Green Tea lurking in. Guys, thank you so much. Your support means everything to us. Please, if you haven't already, open up a tab for Buddha. And if you're on Buddha's channel and you haven't already, open up a tab for me as we try to do this thing together. We just most definitely appreciate it. Aspie in chat saying SummerSlam is looking awesome. 1000% agree, Aspie. I am on that team. So let's get into business here. Raw comes to you from Detroit, Michigan this week. We started right out with a match.
Yeah,
When's the last time we did that?
it's been a minute. Like that was wild.
Love it. Match number 1 was it was a tag team match. It was Javon Evans and Dragon Lee taking on The Vision, accompanied, of course, by Logan Paul and Maxine Dupree. You know, thank you, Retro. Appreciate you. Maxine Dupree, man, those shorts seem to be getting shorter every week.
Mm-hmm.
Every week. But whatever. If you have assets to use, I guess you use them, right?
Right.
This match starts fast as Javon knocks Breaker off the apron and Dragon Lee hits a splash to the outside on Theory. Dragon makes quick tags to Evans and he takes control of the match until a blind tag from Breaker to Theory sets up a double flapjack. Breaker takes it to Evans for a minute, but then Evans gets the tag to Dragon Lee and Lee gets on the offensive flurry on Breaker. Breaker catches Lee in a high risk move to take back control as we go to commercial. We come back from the commercial and the hot tags keep on happening. The young OG goes flying everywhere, taking out the Vision. Breaker tries to spear Javon, but he moves out of the way and hits a huge splash of his own back on Breaker. Sorry, I got the baby here and she's wiggling on me. Breaker tries to got that. Back in the ring, the faces take the offense to Theory until Maxine Dupree, go figure, causes a distraction, allowing Theory to hit Chaos Theory on Dragon Lee. 1, 2, ooh. No, that's not the end. You thought it was, but it's not yet. Evans breaks up the pin. As Evans stands up, he is met by a spear from Braun. Theory then sets up Dragon Lee for Breaker to hit the super spear. 1, 2, 3 victory there. After that, the Vision keeps beating up on Evans and Lee until Alpha Academy comes out to make the save. They set up Theory for a table spot, but Breaker hits the spear on Otis, and Theory takes out Tozawa. They put Otis in the ring, and Theory sets up Breaker for the super sphere again. Vision celebrate to end the segment. Buddha, what are your thoughts?
It was a wild first match. I mean, they done really good for this to be, thrown together tag team and Javon Evans and Dragon Lee. They done well together.
Right.
I thought that this was a solid tag team match. The aftermath, I mean, you got 4 members of the Vision taking on 2 any which way you go. So honestly, truthfully, they set it up really good, made Alpha Academy look bad. And I'm sure we'll probably see Vision versus Alpha Academy down the road.
Oh, I'm sure that's probably their next title contenders. I like what Maxine Dupree is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is she raising her own stock, but she's also raising the stock of the Vision.
Right.
And they're at a place where they need that. Let's face it, a year and a half ago, we were having conversations about Braun Breaker being the end-all be-all. He was going to be your next big thing. And after his injury, you and I both know that's not what happened.
No.
Obafemi has come and took that spot.
Yes.
So Braun Breaker is now a mid-carder, and as bad as I hate to say it, he could do bad.
I agree.
There it is. We get a recap of Fanatics Fest. In the back, Judgment Day have Danhausen trapped against a wall, and they want their money. Danhausen says, "Let me go get it. I'll go find it." But when they do, Dom tells him if they don't get it, their money, if they don't get their money, he is going to break his jaw. I mean, okay, sure. This plays out all night. We'll come back to it. We get a vignette for Big Cass. We've not seen the first vignette for Enzo Amore.
I don't think they have him yet.
My understanding from what I'm hearing is that they were returning as their OG soft selves. So I think it would shake up the tag division. I'm about it, but I'm excited for Cass alone. He does wonderful work.
Absolutely.
Recap Danhausen over the weekend, including his match with JD McDonough, with all the mini-housens and all the shenanigans. Then his music hits, and we cut to the ring. Danhausen's making his way out with a briefcase, supposedly loaded full of human monies. Says he thought he was done with the Judgment Day because he beat JD, but guess not. He says he doesn't want the money, but doesn't want the Judgment Day to have it, so he offers it to the fans. Oh yeah, that's a big pop. Offer the fans money. I just that smells like Vince McMahon when he was doing the $1 million McMahon thing. It just, I didn't like it. This brings the Judgment Day out, though. They tell Danhausen to give them their money, and he ends up cursing them. They attack until Joe Hendry makes the save and clears the ring. Liv Morgan grabs the money bag, and the Judgment Day hightail it up out of there. Thoughts? There's more. Thoughts?
Hello, Ice.
Hello, Madam Law. Say his name? Okay. All right. I got you. Hold on, Dark Tree. We can do just that. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Sorry. Thank you, Dark Tree. No, I think anything getting Joe Hendry kind of moved into something would be good.
Yeah.
Ever since they've acquired him, they've done nothing with him.
Agreed.
Except Austin Theory and fire Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire Logan Paul.
Yeah, that's about it.
No, you're cursed. You're cursed, Dark Tree. I don't know, man. It just there's more to it. So we get Rollins Reigns Part 3, the story. I would love to watch this story in one setting. So I hope at SummerSlam they play through these vignettes, Part 1 through like whatever they go to, because that would make for the story to be great, right? Backstage, Judgment Day are celebrating when Adam Pearce comes in. Joe and Danhausen show up and they're all arguing, and it's revealed that the money is fake. It's really Monopoly money. JD throws the briefcase behind him, but little does he know it hits Obafemi. There's that curse working. Oba tells JD he should kill him for that, and Pearce says, no, you can settle it in the ring right now. Dom tells Pearce, this isn't fair, and Pearce makes Mysterio versus Hendry for later tonight. Great GM work by Adam Pearce. Chef's kiss. I love it. You good, or we need to move forward? Anybody got anything in chat before I do go to this match? Because, I mean, let's be honest. I think we know what happens.
No, that was a solid segment. Like you said, great GM work from Adam Pearce, showing that he's not a pushover anymore. I like where his character's kind of going.
Me too. Match number 2 is a singles match. It is Obafemi versus JD McDonough. Thank you. Welcome, NC. Good to see you, buddy. Oba makes his entrance, and we go to commercial break. So many commercials. As we come back from commercial, JD is hesitating getting in the ring, with Pearce telling him to go. Hendry and Danhausen come out and throw Judgment Day in the ring. Oba then destroys both of them with a double clothesline, and throws Dom out of the ring. JD gets a chest chop on Oba, and it just pisses him off. He's just mad about it. So Oba gets in his normal offense, fall from grace later. 1, 2, 3. Big whoop, right? What do you think? Squash.
It was a squash. Good. Like, I mean, anything you put JD McDonough in, he makes look good, even if it's a squash match. So he done his job, honestly.
We cut to commercial, blah, 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 come back. Solo comes out of the crowd and calls out Seth Rollins. Seth comes to the ring, and Rollins asks Solo, what can I do for you, Solo? Solo says, or actually, I'm sorry, Seth goes, are you here to talk or are you here to fight? And Solo says, I'm here to talk. He thinks it's funny. I don't think we'll get a redeem for Oba. We'll get a redeem for Oba, Dark Tree. Buddha, don't let me forget that.
Gotcha.
I lost my place. Solo says he knows Rollins is getting ready for Roman, but Seth knows it'll be 4-on-1. Solo says he will watch Rollins back at SummerSlam. Rollins tells Solo he makes good points, but let me think about it. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're not there yet. Let me think about it. Jacob Fatu's music hits, and he comes to the ring, and Solo runs like the little cowardly dog he is. Jacob turns into a Rollins super kick. Rollins smiles and leaves the ring. I mean, decent promo from Seth.
Yeah.
Decent promo from Solo.
Yep.
3 out of 5 on that promo.
Sure.
That's just my thoughts.
Sounds like good numbers.
Madrox, welcome in. Thank you for redeeming Brock Lesnar, you legend. They show the Gable Penta from SummerSlam kickoff show segment, which, you know, cool. Zero Miedo, you know. Match 3 was a tag team match. It was Ethan Page and Rusev taking on Penta and Chad Gable. Page and Rusev attack before the match starts and gain the upper hand. Penta takes the brunt of the early offense until he ducks a double team move, and Gable hits a top rope double clothesline. Jesus Christ, I can't talk today. Top rope double clothesline.
There you go.
Penta goes for a Mexican destroyer on the apron and is countered by Rusev. Penta is thrown into the steel steps as we go to commercial break. Pause. 1, 2, 3. And we're back from commercials. Rusev is working over Penta until he tries a diving headbutt, but Penta moves out of the way, taking over the offense. Gable gets the hot tag, and it's Suplex City for Rusev and Page. Angle slam on Page. 1, 2, ooh. Penta takes out Page on the outside, and Rusev locks the accolade in on Gable. Gable counters into the ankle lock, and Penta, bouncing off of Gable's back, mind you, hits the Mexican destroyer on Ethan Page. Rusev taps out, and the faces win. They show respect to one another after the match. What? Did that happen?
Yeah.
Bro. Actually, that Mexican destroyer pop up off Gable's back looks sick. I don't think he got all of it, but had he got all of it, it would have looked a lot better.
Right.
So, Reigns Rollins vignette part 4. At this point, we're just that's all we're saying about these. Backstage segment with Seth and Jacob. Rollins tells Jacob to him.
It's supposed
to what?
Hit him.
Tells Jacob to hit him, but knows he can't because he is under strict rules from the OTC, your tribal chief.
Acknowledge me.
Yes, sir, my tribal chief. We love you. Sorry. Rollins asked Fatu if he wins the title, does he get his bag boy too? And you can just see Jacob seething. Oh. Fatu tells Rollins if there is anything left of him after SummerSlam, don't worry because he's going to whoop that ass. Yeah, okay, cool. So if Rollins wins, I guess we know who his first challenger is. Maybe that could swerve. Paul Heyman segment about Brock and Oba. Madrox, this is the part where you should be Brock Lesnar. That's what should happen now.
Was actually a solid vignette though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Paul Heyman does great mic work. We get Roman Rollins part 5. Then match number 4, which is Dom versus Joe Hendry. This was probably the most solid match of the night. High praise coming from Buddha. Even with the shenanigans, these two men put on a hell of a show. Hendry controlled a lot of the early offense until Liv got involved, sending him into the ring post. Welcome in, Dragon Ghost Rider. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. Although I know that says Luke, but I know what you meant. Let's see. Danhausen comes out and tried to curse Liv, but she hit him before he could finish it, sending him to the back. In the ring, Dom has control and is working Hendry pretty good when Danhausen's music hits again. He comes out in his Danhausen mobile with, you guessed it, Io Sky. Io runs down the ramp and tackles Morgan, basically. They battle on the outside. Then back in the ring, this distracts Dom Mysterio, and the ref allowing Danhausen to hit the triple D on Dom for Joe Hendry to pick up the victory. And you can see it on Joe Hendry's face. He's got this look like, was actually
Shit
kind of
happens.
good. So tell me about this match, Buddha. Tell me what you thought.
It was like I said, it was a very solid match. Joe Hendry can work. Like, hey, that's awesome to hear, Daniel. I'm glad to see that, buddy. 19 weeks. That's awesome. Right on.
Thank you for the sticker. I will appreciate you.
And we love you too.
Cuzzo.
Yo.
Big Sweets, Cuzzo. Man, congrats. That'll be send pictures, please, when the time comes. Yeah, man, I really like this match too. I thought it was good. We get a recap of what transpired next at Saturday night's main event in their quote unquote main segment. I'm not even gonna call it a main event because it wasn't. It was the main segment. It was where they had the Cat and what's his I don't even remember their names, the basketball players. Do you remember the names?
Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton, I think.
That's it. Thank you. Breaking news: Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio added to SummerSlam. I'm sure that's non-title.
It is
for now. Raw next week, we'll get to see Roman and Seth go face to face, at least in some form of promo, I imagine. Alpha Academy versus Division.
We called that.
Ruka versus Raquel for the hello, motherfucker. Welcome in. Good to see you, Ruby. Thank you. Yeah, Alpha Academy versus Vision. Ruka defends her Intercontinental title against Raquel. We get the Joe Hendry and Danhausen concert, and then we have the Obafemi and Brock Lesnar weigh-in, which is not something we normally do, but this tells me this is going to be something like what UFC does. For obvious reasons, it's in a cage, Hell in a Cell. I mean, I get the similarities. So, match number 5, and I believe this was our main event, right? It was LA Knight taking on Jacob Fatu. LA cuts a promo before the match. He plugs the 6-man tag and then asks Solo what he's thinking of offering Seth his help. Says they are going to take care of the bloodline, so there's nothing to worry about with the title match. Jacob makes his way out, and this match is going insane. They fought in and out of the ring, going move for move, counter for counter, even through the picture-in-picture commercial break. Everything was looking like Knight was going to win till Jacob counters the BFT. Jimmy comes down, and then Solo comes out. Royce Keys shows up, and then Jey Uso comes out. All hell starts breaking loose. This causes LA Knight to get distracted, allowing Jacob to hit the pop-up Samoan drop and then the moonsault for the win. After the match, the Bloodline destroys their opponents for SummerSlam and stand tall in the ring, posing as Raw goes off the air. So one more time.
Acknowledge me.
Yes. Pretty decent show. We got some good storytelling and some decent matches. The main event and its aftermath were the star of the show, however, and I'd say the match before it too. Getting another SummerSlam match is nice. Buddha gave this one a 3.5, and I think Lizard. And I guess we got a hype train. Thank you, Madam Law. Appreciate that. That's unusual for a Rev X review, but we'll take that 100%. Yeah, Dark Tree says 3. I'm going to go in and I'm going to say 3.5 as well, Buddha. What are your final thoughts on Raw?
Like I said, some very good storytelling. The tag matches actually wasn't poor tonight, Monday night, like they normally are. So
Thank you, Madam Law.
I thought that this was overall a solid event. Good mic work, good segments in the back. Adam Pearce showed very well that he is a damn good general manager. So
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Is it?
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response.
Yes, I did.
Were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought?
I disagree.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award
Are we though?
no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Thank you, Madrox. No, I see your point, Buddha. I do. Madam Law, thank you for the 420 bits on Buddha's channel. That's awesome.
yes, thank you so much.
Perfect numbers, by the way.
Agreed.
Guys, in all reality, Raw was a good show. Worth the watch. There were lots of plugs for Unreal, which came out on Tuesday. And if you haven't watched it yet,
You need to.
by all means, yes, sit down, make you a couple of hours, take some time, and please, please, please watch that shit. That's all I got. Buddha, floor is yours.
All right, guys, let's get into SmackDown. SmackDown comes to us from Oakland, California. We open with clips from the SummerSlam pre-show, the Nick Aldis Gunther altercation, all that good stuff. We cut to the ring, and Adam Pearce is going over the contract for their match. Aldis is already out there, and Gunther's music hits. Once Nick signs, Adam Pearce will be SmackDown General Manager. He is signing up to be an active talent. WWE has no responsibility in regards to this match. Nick signs, and Gunther then says he wouldn't be in the middle of this if you had just done your job to Nick. Ever since I joined SmackDown, you have had an issue with me. You are jealous of me. You wanted to be a WWE superstar, and then comes me who is. Sure. I'm going to end your career before you even get started. He throws the contract at Nick. Aldis cuts a good promo. I haven't had a match in 3 years. Nick says, when I beat you at SummerSlam, you go from the career killer to a man that got bitch smacked by his boss and then just started fighting. Aldis gets put through a table for his troubles. I thought it was a good opening segment.
It really was. I expected them to open with Punk and Cody, and instead they went this Aldis and Gunther route, and I'm not disappointed. Adam Pearce needs to learn to stay the hell out of the way. Yeah, that's true. Nick Aldis, though, Nick Aldis could have done something worse here, and he did kind of take a hit, he power bombed him on the table, and the microphone was still on it, and his head landed straight on that fucking microphone. That looked like it hurt. Other than that, though, a great opening segment.
Oh, yeah. We cut to the back, and Kathy Kelly is in front of the trainer's room. Sami Zayn grabs the camera. He airs his grievances. Adam Pearce comes out of the trainer's room. Sami ambushes him, asking for SummerSlam to be a triple threat. Sami Zayn gets a number one contender shot at SummerSlam. There's a fatal four-way tonight to find out who fights Sami in that match. So,
yep,
that was that's already second match that's announced for SummerSlam in this week.
And even more than that, Buddha.
Yeah,
this is Sami Zayn getting screwed again, and I maybe I'm being a little, but I do kind of feel like Sami Zayn deserves a real title shot. He shouldn't have to earn one again. He's not got it yet.
He's not got it yet. But I mean, this is a good way for them. This is a good way for them to stick him into SummerSlam somehow.
Yes.
So what better way to do that than to at least have him fighting for a chance to be able to fight for the title again?
Fair.
Let's see. We cut to the ring, and Brie Bella is waiting on her opponent. Leads us into match number 1, which is Brie Bella versus Laney Reed. Sammy will lose next week. Dark Tree, I got a feeling you're right, buddy.
Hold that thought. Guys, thank you for the level 1 hype train, Madam Law. I appreciate you. We don't get those very often on the wrestling review, so it is very much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Fair. Appreciate you guys. Fatal Influence runs the mic and cuts a promo before the match on the entrance ramp. JC Jane looks into the camera and tells Tiffy Stratton, your WWE Women's U.S. title will be mine. We get a little pre-match shenanigans, and then the match was underway. Once we cut back from commercial break, Brie Bella is the one dominating. Fallon tried to interfere to no avail. Brie Bella comes off the top in an attempt to roll up. Laney Reed tries to reverse. Laney Reed gets caught using the rope, and Brie Bella gets the pin. Brie Bella is joined by her sister Nikki. The faces dominate over the heels, and then they announce that a 6-woman tag team match is signed for SummerSlam between Nikki, or let's just say the Bellas and Paige versus Fatal Influence.
You mean another match got announced for SummerSlam?
That quick.
The retirement home is calling again for the twins, says Dark Tree.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It is. No argument.
We go into the back for an interview with Finn Balor. Gunther steps up and tells Finn 10 years is a long time, but you're welcome to try. But don't forget, I'm next in line.
Yeah.
Royce Keys and
Seems
Solo
like everybody's
Sikoa
in
are
line.
backstage. LA Knight rolls up. They're talking about the bloodline and the world title shot. Solo actually cuts a decent promo here.
Yes, he does. Quite well. He even got everybody saying L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Loved it. Loved it.
We cut to Chelsea Green and Tiffy Stratton. Chelsea walks away and Blake Monroe shows up. Blake tells Tiffy that she is coming after the U.S. title. So that's 2 people tonight that have claimed U.S. title shots. Then we get into match number 2. It was the interim women's championship qualifier. It was Chelsea Green taking on Kiana James. This was honestly a fairly decent match. Good back and forth between the face and the heel. We see Rough Riders, Falcon Arrows, but in the end, Chelsea Green picks up the victory via Unprettier, and God, she hit that good.
Yes, she did. It was beautiful. In the group chat we were having while this was going on, I think it was Tacos Kimtech. Tacos Kimtech goes, "Did Christian give her permission to use that move?" Here's the thing. She's been doing that move for a long, long time.
Yes.
But I'm sure he has no issues with it. So,
not to mention,
isn't it calling for Paige too? Aspie says, and the answer is yes, but Paige will at least be there till WrestleMania, I think.
Yeah, I think she signed. I think she signed actually a multi-year deal.
If it's a multi-year deal, she'll be around for a while then.
Yeah, but to touch on the Unprettier, if you notice, she does a whole complete different version than what Christian does, and I think that's a lot of why it's able to happen. We get
the
a
Unpretty her.
Yeah, the Unpretty her. We get a Damian Priest, R-Truth, Cody Rhodes segment. Truth is on about hot dogs. Cody is being a champ whenever whoever comes up and hot dogs. Priest says we're sick of the same people being the face of this brand. That was, God, probably the best line he could have said.
Needed to happen.
Yes, sir.
Needed to happen.
All right, we come back from commercial break. Cody Rhodes' music hits and he makes his way to the ring. We get a clip during his entrance of him being on The Tonight Show. Cody immediately brings out Punk. No surprise there. Cody drops one of the 2 mics and says that was an accident, and CM Punk immediately throws down the title and takes off his jacket ready to fight. Cody says, I don't need to beat you because that belt is the heart of the company. CM Punk says, well, what is it then? Cody says, I respect you, I love you even, but I don't like you, and here's why. 2011, you cut the pipe bomb. I followed that to a T. I followed your blueprint and dropped a nuke on the business. I don't have a chip on my shoulder anymore except when it comes to you. I have to beat you at SummerSlam. CM Punk says, my name is CM Punk, and I cast a very, very large shadow that a lot of people can't get out from underneath. This isn't one-way traffic. If you learn from me, good for you. Did you do those things better than me? That's not up to you or me. That's up to the fans. In 2022, I was learning from you, and I watched you show me that there was a way back, and I followed that path. Since before that moment, you and I have been chasing each other, but that ends at SummerSlam. You're lying to yourself, Cody. You can't handle the pressure of trying to take this title off someone you care about. You have to make all your opponents your enemies. Years ago, I promised I wasn't going to stab you in the back. I'm going to stab you in the front, and that's where I'm going to do it, is at SummerSlam. At SummerSlam, I'm going to break your heart. Sounds like we've said all we need to say, Cody rambles off. I'm bringing you a gift on Thursday for when I whoop your ass at SummerSlam. Punk says your gift is an ass whipping called a loss. I'm CM Punk. I'm the best in the world in this ring. On this microphone, nobody can touch me, not even Dusty's kid. Punk goes to leave. Cody says, no, I want you to hear the music you're going to hear when I win at SummerSlam and Kingdom plays. Fire ass promo. Dude, this was everything you wanted it to be.
It was lit. Dark Tree says, Cody may be a face, but he is not the only star. You're absolutely right.
True.
I actually want Punk to retain. And here's why. Okay. I think that Finn Balor beats Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
And Balor goes on to fight CM Punk again. Punk retains the title because it's Finn Balor. I see the path, and they're like parallels, and they just keep bouncing back to the same people. I know Demon wins at SummerSlam. If it ends up, Finn Balor may win at SummerSlam against Sami Zayn, but I don't think it'll be Demon. He'll save Demon for CM Punk or Cody if he beats Zayn. This promo, though, it was genuine. It was heartfelt. There were things there that, yes, we all know it's scripted, right? Like, that's not a secret. But there were things there that were from the heart, and you could see it. Martok says, I'm not bad. Part of the promo was when Cody said he needs to beat Punk. Started to sound like the Reigns Rollins promo, but they recovered it great. No, you're good. You're good, Martok.
I agree.
I agree with that too. Thank you for chiming that in. No, you're right. You're 1,000% right.
All right, let's go on.
Carry on.
We get a replay of Jade Cargill winning last week, and then we cut to an interview of Charlotte before a match. If I have to go through Nia to get to Jade, so be it. Which leads us into match number 3. It was the interim WWE Women's Title qualifier match between Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax. This match went in several different directions, and Charlotte dominated most of it until Jade Cargill and her cronies came out to cause a distraction. Can't nobody lay a finger on Charlotte. She blocks all 4 women's attacks until Jade just flats out decks her in front of the ref, causing the DQ. Charlotte Flair moves on because Nia loses again. Exactly, Dark Tree.
Yep.
This was cut and dry. We called this last week. So, I mean, we predicted that, so that's good.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
it was honestly exactly what we said it was going to be.
Yeah,
so
it was really nothing to write home about for that one. We go over some of the card for SummerSlam, which will produce our we will produce our predictions next week. Yeah, I kind of hate to tell you about next week, but we'll get to that. Match number 4, winner fight Zayn for number 1 contendership of the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. It was Damian Priest taking on Finn Balor, Royce Keys, and Trick Williams. Royce starts out the match strong. All 4 competitors get a few moments to shine. Solo Sikoa comes out and commercial. BS, like always. When we come back, Solo puts Royce's feet on the rope. Who says come out, attack Solo? Usos come out and attack Solo, I guess?
Yeah, Usos come out.
Okay.
Usos come out
and
attack Solo.
The match continues as Finn and Damian are going toe-to-toe. Sling Blade and trick shots both ways. On the outside of the ring, Fatu shows up and costs Royce Keys his victory. Finn Balor hits Sling Blade on Damian Priest and then coup de grace for the victory. So it will be Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor at SummerSlam for the number 1 contendership of the WWE Championship. And honestly and truthfully, I'm ready to watch that match.
I put 5-2. My fault. No, nice recovery. Honestly, SmackDown wasn't too bad tonight. It wasn't one of the best shows, but it was pretty good. I better than their average. Right. So I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna give this a 3, man.
3 is where I'm feeling
right up
too.
there.
I thought it was a good show. We got more matches, which is awesome. Like SummerSlam is now actually starting to feel like a big event. So, it is. Honestly and truthfully, I can't wait to see it. Here's the problem, guys. I got informed today that next weekend my boss has to go to a convention. In doing so, I will be working both Saturday and Sunday open to close.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we won't be doing our reviews until late.
Right. What I think that kind of works out.
Do we just need to do one review on Sunday then and just cover the whole event?
If you want to do it that way, we can do it that way. But
I think we should. That'll free up Saturday night for me.
Yeah.
And I can do a STFC thing Saturday night after SummerSlam night 1. So that would actually be great.
Okay, cool. So you heard it here first, guys. We'll do our normal Friday night review with predictions. We'll go over predictions for both night 1 and night 2 that night. Saturday we'll take off, even though night 1 will happen, and then Sunday we'll just do a full out WWE SummerSlam review.
He says take off. No, what he means is he's going to be at work and I'm going to be on stream doing Star Trek because that's what we do here. So,
Right. All right, guys. Well, it is that time of the night where we like to pull anybody on stage that wants to talk. I see Martok here, so I'm going to go ahead and invite him up.
Yeah, that's cool.
Martok, what's up?
Let me get Discord.
Into the stream.
Good evening, guys. Just at work here, so
what's up, buddy?
I got to work Friday night and Saturday night next week too. So
I got to work Saturday and Sunday, like I just said, and it sucks.
So Martok, let me ask you: And guys, don't
Yeah.
forget we do screen SmackDown and any live events we have in the Doobie Den ! Discord. We'll open a watch party. There'll be an announcement when the time comes. You're welcome to join us. I just be aware that while I'm taking notes or while Buddha's taking notes, we normally try to mute up a lot, and we do ask people to mute for that. So Martok, how are you feeling this week about these two shows?
They were good. They were both a solid 3.5, both Raw and SmackDown. Um, like I said, the only bad part of that last thing with Cody and Punk was it started like it was going to sound like the whole Rollins and Roman promo all over again, but then they changed it up and made it their own, which was good.
Yeah, Martok, I agree. You said that during the watch party, and I know we talked about it a little bit then, but I do like it when we kind of put these thoughts on screen. That way we can kind of keep them for later when we need them. But you're right. This was a good promo, and it was a nice recovery, but it could have went down a very different path. And I'm very glad that more than just us had the knowledge and to see that being the same story. So that's great. What about the rest of the show?
It was good. Like I enjoyed it. The other thing I was like the women's interim ladder match thing. I think that out of the four people that have qualified, they only had the one of them was a good win with Chelsea. Two of the other ones I think were disqualification wins.
Yeah.
So it's just
I
kind of
think
like hopefully they don't do that
so.
again.
Thinking about that, I think Tiffany Stratton got in legit too. But besides that,
Oh, okay.
it's that's only a 50% rate though, brother. So you're not wrong. Seeing as how there's only 5 women in that match, I think we get one more qualifier match, and then I also think Nia Jax gets added because she's been screwed 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
So
it makes more sense to have a 6
Yeah.
woman ladder match than a 5.
not that I want Nia Jax in it, because if you've been here a while, and most of you have, if you've been here a while, you know how I feel about Nia Jackson and Jade Cargill. So, um, that's all I got for them. So, you know, uh, what
Any
do you got,
questions this
Martok?
week?
Got yeah, anything you want to add, or any kind of questions you want to throw in, or statements you want to make, or
No, I don't think so.
okay? Uh, I will
Chat.
say that the stage is open, guys. The links are pinned at the top of chat. So if you want to come up and you do have something you'd like to say, now would be the time. We'll give you guys a couple of minutes while Buddha and I go over a couple of more things. I heard a vicious rumor, and I haven't got to look into it very much. Is Bailey leaving WWE?
It's from what I've seen, it's starting to look that way. Yeah, she's only got a few
Okay.
months left on her contract. As far as I know, she doesn't plan on re-signing. I think we'll actually see her probably go to AEW and either link up with Mercedes Moné or be against Mercedes Moné.
Well, I am going to say this: if we're going to have the 4 horsewomen, I would prefer it if there were 2 in each company.
That's
So
kind of where we're going.
yeah, not am I at all am I opposed to that. What about you, Buddha? You got any kind of closing thoughts or hopes for SummerSlam, or
I hope
even
it's a
moving
good show. I
forward
mean,
to
with the fact that
okay,
they've, put so many, we got what, 4 matches this week, I think, altogether.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean that's huge for that event. I mean, granted, yes, it's 2 nights, but they needed more matches, and this was definitely a way to get us some more matches. So
I'd be curious how many matches are actually on the card, like after it's all said and done. So, and again, I like you, I know it's 2 nights, but I'm expecting 4 to 6 matches per night. So, I think we're pretty close to that. Dark Tree in chat. Go ahead. You read it.
Dark says, from what I've heard, they have tried to get her to take a lower contract like they have the others, and she said no. I can't say I blame her. Like, I mean,
no.
she's been there long enough. She's paid her dues. She deserves to get paid. And if they're going to sit there and say, "Nah, well, you're only worth this much," and she knows her self-worth, I can't say I blame her.
What kills me is she's been loyal.
Mm-hmm.
And now they did this with the New Day. They did this with they've done this with so many people. It's just absolutely absurd. I get they have budgets to make, and I realize it's less dates too, and they're wanting to like half the dates for half the pay.
Right.
But guys, take over.
It can't happen. Not in the way they want it to. It just can't happen. You're basically telling your most loyal and your most contributed people and being like, well, this is really all you're worth to us. And I mean, honestly and truthfully, a lot of people are going to take that with the grain of salt and go about their own separate way. All right, chat. We got anything else? KS. Kyrie Sane? No, I can't say I've seen that one.
No. Sorry, I had a baby crawling away. Had to go catch her.
All right, guys. Anything
Somebody's
else?
hyper.
I see that. All right, with that being said,
I think we're good.
I think we're going to wrap up for the night. We thank you all for coming on to watch the stream, and Martok, we thank you for being there. We greatly appreciate you. We will be live again next Friday night with another edition of the Rev X Wrestling Review, where we recap Raw and SmackDown and any other wrestling news that might go on during the week, and we will have predictions for both Night 1 and Night 2 of SummerSlam. Darktree says she did a post saying she was not going far, standing by HD. Okay. All right, guys.
That makes sense.
On behalf of myself, Bodafire, that's MJ Hat. We are Revolution X, guys. We will catch you on the flip side later. Peace out.
Bye, guys. Raid.